If ever I had an issue with Drake or, just didn't think he was all that, I've always said it. I've said that he is the most boring, talented rapper there is because I've never hated on him and acted as if I would say he has zero talent. The brother's got talent and he got a couple bangers from back in the day. I just can't listen to him because most of his music is like for 13-year-old girls, groupies. And he's a pop star. He's a pop rap artist, but he's got a few bars here and there and he does his thing. Now, finding out that he's suing Universal Music Group, his label, and Spotify because he lost the battle to Kendrick over Not Like Us. This is absolutely crazy. I don't even know where to begin talking about this. Time to Talk podcast. It is time to talk about the current situation, latest news with Drake, Drizzy suing Universal Music and Spotify for claiming that they pushed the Not Like Us song and basically suppressed his music and pushed Kendrick. And that's why he lost the battle. And that affects his money and affects his reputation and all those things. Boo effing who. I can't even believe I'm having this talk. I can't believe I'm doing this episode. I just can't imagine in the history of rap music. First of all, if we talk about the history of rap music, we talk about the history of rap battles. This is the biggest rap battle in the history of rap battles. When you think about it, that includes the individual rap battles going way back with LL and Kool Moe Dee and all that stuff. And obviously the larger one in the 90s with Jay and Nas, right? And then even the whole East Coast, West Coast thing, right? Like this is above all of that because never before have we witnessed such a, first of all, profound songs and prolific amount of material from both artists being so prolific and coming out one after the other, after the other, after the other. Like it was crazy. So this is probably the biggest rap battle on record to date. And then as far as a song goes, Not Like Us didn't just whoop ass, it whooped ass. And it's got 5 Grammy nominations, including Record of the Year, Rap Song of the Year, Rap Performance of the Year, Song of the Year, and Video Performance. That barely happens with a rap song in general, like hip hop music, let alone a rap battle diss song. Think about that. Let that sink in for a second. I mean, it is absolutely bananas. And Drake, the way he handles his loss is like a bitch. Really? You're going to sue the... I was listening to Hot 97 this morning, dropping off my son, and Hot 97, somebody called in with regard to this and speculated that it's possible that Drake is intentionally trying to hurt his brand so he'd be less valuable to the label, to Universal, because he wants out of his contract with Universal Music. Now, I guess I can see that being somewhat of a possibility, but at the same point, not really. You're not going to destroy your brand, your reputation, especially not in the hip hop world, especially not as a man in hip hop, a black man in hip hop, half black man, whatever he is. You don't do that. You do not cry boo hoo to the authorities when you get your ass whooped. It goes against so many things. It goes against masculinity, manhood, the rap game, music industry. It just goes against the battle rules. It goes against everything. Character. He has lost points on every level. I cannot imagine even his own fans, all those 13-year-old screaming little girls. I can't imagine. And I guess the few guys that are out there, real hip hop heads, I just don't think are big Drake fans. That's just my personal opinion. That's just me. Okay. But for those people, I can guarantee you they're not looking at this and letting this slide. There's no way. You don't sue because you lost. You get better and you come back and you try to do something. This is going to be really funny. I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to. Like the Super Bowl, Kendrick is going to be on cloud 9. He might as well just come in on clouds. Like just come in like that. I mean, how is Drake going to watch the Super Bowl? Is he actually going to have a Super Bowl party? Is it going to have because it's going to be hitting him in so many ways. It's impossible not to walk by that television and be in your house, no matter how much money you got, no matter how much women, no matter what. It's going to be an embarrassment. I cannot believe that this man had the balls or doesn't have the balls to just let this loss just take the loss. Instead, he has shown his true colors, and he has gone after a record label and a music streaming platform because he lost a battle. Wow, this is a date in the history of hip hop that will live on, and does not live on very well for Drake. Anyway, Time to Talk podcast. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this whole thing. How do you think Drake's going to do with the Super Bowl parties and watching the Super Bowl? Is he going to go to the Super Bowl? He's definitely not going to go to the Super Bowl. It would be hysterical if Drake showed. There was actually speculation, before I go, there was speculation some time ago that, like, wouldn't it be interesting if Drake showed up, like somehow the beef gets squashed, before the Super Bowl, and it gets squashed like on the low, like nobody really knows that they squash it, and then Kendrick invites Drake, and Drake accepts, and Drake goes to the Super Bowl, and like they perform together. It would be something ridiculous, like unlike anything we've seen before. But that would require a whole lot of like ego suppression on both sides, especially Drake's side. And then after this, it's definitely not happening. So anyway, Time to Talk podcast. Subscribe if you've not yet. Subscribe. Again, like the video on the way out. That really helps the algorithm and everything along those lines. I appreciate that. And people who've already subscribed, I appreciate you being here. And definitely let me know in the comments below what you think about this whole thing. I mean, I can't even believe I'm even discussing it. That a man in the rap world, an MC, is suing and playing crybaby, calling the authorities over the fact that he lost. That's just terrible. Anyway, I'll see you on the next Time to Talk podcast. Peace.